Hey guys, it's Buck Buckwsr putting the do-it-yourself. And our do-it-yourself project today is on this pressure washer. It's a Subaru. I have never heard of anything Subaru other than an automobile. Amazing. You know what else is amazing about this Subaru? Believe it or not, it has electric start. Yep, electric start. I have no idea why you would need electric start on a small engine like this, but something else to make the cost a little higher. I figure if you can yank this thing out of the shed and you've got the strength to connect the hoses and you got the strength to actually use the pressure washer to clean something, you probably have strength to pull that starter rope a few times, don't you think? Well, this belongs to my neighbor, and he says it runs fine, but it seems to leak oil, he says. I said, why do you say that? He says, well, when you're using it, that inevitable pool of water that accumulates at the base when the hose is leaking, as they often do, he says the puddle at the base seems to have this shimmer look, that rainbow look, like oil is mixing with the water. I thought that was a little strange. You know, taking a quick look at this, it really looks pretty clean. I do notice, however, there is some oil on this tray here, but not a lot. I don't see any on this side. As I take a look at it, I don't see anything dirty or oily at the top of the engine, as if the bearing at the top, the seal at the top was leaking. When I look closely down here, where the shaft comes out, PTO shaft, I don't see any real dirt accumulation or oil down there. I mean, the pump's a little dirty, but it's not oily. That's dry. It's just dirt. I don't know. But there is a little oil here. So I don't know what it would be from. We have the dipstick on this side, which could be a culprit. The crankcase appears to be full, and maybe a tad bit over full, but not much. The dipstick itself doesn't seem oily. Maybe at the base of it, it kind of does. This gasket maybe leaks a little. That's a possibility. But I really don't know. I was wondering if maybe it's not gas that it leaks, but I mean oil that it leaks. Maybe it leaks gasoline. And before I even fire it up, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put gas in the tank. There's none in there. He had emptied it out over the winter. So there's no gas in it. I'm going to add some fuel. I'm going to open this valve. It actually already is. Looks like it's open. And we'll just take a look at the carburetor and see if it's leaking without starting it up, without connecting any hoses. Some of these fuel lines look a little cracked, maybe. So I don't really know if it's leaking gas. But I'm going to try that first, see if that reveals anything to us. All right. That should be enough. And we'll just check out if it's leaking visibly in any way. We'll see. I don't suspect that it will be. All right, we're taking a close-up here of the fuel system. Tank doesn't appear to be leaking. Shut-off valve doesn't appear to be leaking. Closed position. Open position. Got a shot of the carburetor in there. I don't see that leaking, I don't think. Seems dry. This side. Nope. I can see a little bit in there at the throat. That doesn't appear to be leaking. Not leaking out the front. Well, that makes me think that it's not fuel leaking, as I was beginning to suspect. And it might just be this, I don't think it's leaking here, this seal down here. It might just be this grommet or fuel, oil dipstick tube. And we can take that off, clean it up a little bit, see if we can get it to seal in there a little bit better. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, you know, and this oil could be here from last time the oil got changed and somebody made a mess. I don't really know, because it looks like you got a drain plug right here. So that could account for the mess. Or maybe it's leaking while running from the base of the dipstick. Let's take it off and clean it up. Okay. 10mm bolt. Yeah, that comes out so easily. You can see that's pretty oily down there. Would not surprise me if that's where it's leaking. So what we can do, so it's got these gaskets on there. I thought maybe I could just replace the O-rings on the end of this dipstick. Had a variety of sizes here. That should be about right. Let's give it a try. Might just be they flattened out over time and no longer providing a good seal there. Might work. This one might be even better. It's a little thicker. That actually looks pretty good. See if I got another one like that. This guy maybe? Yeah. I think that's going to work pretty good. And I won't bother with sealant. We'll just get some new O-rings in there and see if that does the trick. Clean it out a little bit. And I like that. All right, let's add some oil. Try not to overfill it this time, and see if that gets it done for us. All right, let's go ahead and fire it up and see if it'll run. And we'll keep our eye open for any potential fuel or oil leaks. Choke, fuel on. Prefer choking. Pop there. Well, that's it. I don't think there's anything left really for us to do with this. I don't see any oil leaks underneath. Up top, I don't see the dipstick leaking, if that was it. So we resolved that. If that wasn't indeed the problem, the fuel system's completely dry. So one thought I had is, you know, with this foam air filter, sometimes you soak it in oil, and if you put on too much, maybe it leaked there. That was the source of the oil leaking. I don't know. An over-soaked air filter. But I don't see any problems now. So we're gonna call that a fix. Maybe. Hey, it's Buckwsr putting the do-it-yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.